Hey foodie friends, welcome back. What are we going to do today? We're going to go to 7 different chain fast food restaurants. We're going to try their chicken nuggets together. Let's go. I was just a day late and $1 short. Apparently Taco Bell no longer has the nuggets, which was a big topic, including with this guy on YouTube. Does that come with a sauce on the side? Like
Is it 4 nuggets?
Is that the smallest one you have, 4 nuggets?
We have the 4, the 6.
Yes, I'll do a 4 nugget, please. And does it come with dipping sauce? Hello?
You wanted the deal?
Does it come with dipping sauce?
Sweet and sour?
Oh, never mind. I'll just do just the 4 nuggets. That's fine.
No, we have the deal. We have the deal with the McDonald's nugget, fry, and drink for $5.30.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm asking, so I'm asking if it has dipping sauce. Dipping sauce, do you dip it in?
No.
You don't have any dipping sauce at McDonald's to dip the nuggets in? I've made it back. I'm all comfortable now, and it was so cold outside that I kept it in front of my heater in the car. Everything stayed warm, so let's get to taste testing. So you're probably wondering, why do I not have 7 bags here? Why is it only 6? Well, I had heard all this hubbub about Taco Bell's chicken nuggets, and I wanted to try them. I've heard of more bad than good, but I wanted to try it for myself. So my first stop was Popeyes, and if it came with sauce and if it was free, I would ask them, what do people like the most? Give me that one. If you had to pay extra, like some of the places charge, I didn't do the sauce. I'm gonna try them all without the sauce to begin with anyways. Some places I went to, they didn't understand what I was asking because English is not spoken a lot around this Northern Virginia area. So some places I couldn't tell if the sauce was extra. They didn't know what sauce was or what I was asking. So some of them might have had sauce, but they don't. But that's okay. Let's try it. So Popeyes got me good because I asked for the most affordable chicken nuggets that they had. And they said, well, we don't have nuggets. We have tenders. And that's going to be very similar to nuggets. So I figured I wanted to give these a try anyways. And I thought I saw the smallest order was 3 tenders for $5.99, and I said that back to her on the speaker, and I thought she said yes. And by the time I gave my credit card, it was $9.99. So $10 for 3 tenders. These better be good. So they don't look like much, especially for $10. Oh my goodness. That was the most expensive of these that I got. Now granted, you might get more of one thing and less of another, so I almost wasn't going to say what I paid for them, but you need to know. These 3 things without even a meal or anything, she charged me $10. I don't know if that's correct because I saw $5.99 on the thing there, but you know how nowadays when you're inside a fast food restaurant or even outside, the board changes. It's all digital now. It changes so fast, you don't know what you just looked at. And then it's confusing. Anywho, let's give it a try. It's nice and crispy. Oh, it looks like a buffalo. What does that look like to you? Oh yeah, it looks like a buffalo. I know, don't play with my food. It's good. It's a fair amount of meat to bread ratio. And nuggets would probably be about the same because nuggets aren't real big. So we'll give them a fair shake on that it's tenders. It's a little salty for me. I've had their chicken before, which is really good because it's more meat to bread. So it's pretty salty, but it's good. It's kind of somewhat crispy on the outside, but not like crunchy where it's gonna tear up the roof of your mouth or something. And the meat's real tender. I've never been a big fan of white meat. My husband loves white meat. He's working late tonight, or I would have him taste test this with me. But for white meat, that's pretty good. And being that they gave me a sauce, and supposedly it's one of the favorites there, it's the Sweet Heat. So let's give that a try. And by the way, in most of these places, you probably don't want to read the ingredients on the sauces. That's got a lot going on, but we're just taste testing. But I wanted to taste it without the sauce just to give it a fair shake because I'm going to taste them all without sauce. All right, so let's try this sauce. It looks thin. It smells very spicy and kind of vinegary. I didn't look at the ingredients to see what's in it. Doesn't matter. Just gonna try it. Okay. At first it had a weird bitter taste, like sour bitter. Then you get the sweetness and then the burn. And it's not painful. I'm not really into spicy food, but this is pretty good. That's a pretty good dip. All right, on to the next one. I'll be nice and I'll save some for the husband. He might want some leftovers. Who doesn't like chicken nuggets, right? All right, so we got Wendy's. And Wendy's did not give me a receipt. So here it is right here. Bing! That was on my credit card email that comes instantly when I use the card. So that's how much that was. So they said the smallest order is 4 nuggets. Now here's what's funny. I had heard that Wendy's changed their style of chicken nuggets. And it does look different. It almost looks a little bit more like the old McDonald's nuggets used to look. They had round and kind of rectangular. And if you remember back in the day, McDonald's had, I want to say it was the rectangular was the dark meat and the round ones are the white meat, yes. And my favorite was the dark meat by far. But they still look kind of similar. Let's try one of each. And there is no sauce that went with that. So we're just going to try it as is. It almost has like a buttered popcorn taste. I have not had these in, oh no, 2-3 years, at least since before they changed them. It was pretty good. Again, for white meat, it's quite tasty. No wonder kids like all these things. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let me try this rectangular one, even though I'm sure it's got to be exactly the same, just a different shape. If you like buttered popcorn, like movie popcorn, that's what that tastes like. So not every one of you might have a Bojangles. But we're lucky enough to have one here in Northern Virginia. And there was one back in Fredericksburg, Virginia, where I used to live. And I missed it so bad, but when we moved closer and kept moving more north and kind of east, I found them. So I got their 4-piece bow bites. Everything is bow. Kind of like McDonald's is Mick this and Mick that. They have bowberry biscuits, which is like a blueberry biscuit. And I always pronounce it wrong, or I just say blueberry biscuit. So I paid $3.99 for this before tax. And let's give them a try. And the lady there, I could understand her really well. The other restaurants, I couldn't understand anybody. But the lady there spoke English. It was helpful. I know a little bit of Spanish, but not much. So I asked her, it comes with a dip. And I said, because some places charge like 35 cents or more for dip, as you know, or if you get extra dip. So I asked her what people like the most, and she said their ranch dressing. It smells like it might be made with sour cream and not mayonnaise, but it's definitely looking homemade. You know how a bottled ranch has that weird look to it? I'm not sure if you can see that light's kind of bright, but this is more of a creamy look. Let's see. We're going to try it without the dip first, of course. Plenty of napkins. Let's take it out of the paper so you can see it. So remember, these are Bo Bites, which is basically chicken nuggets. So some of them have different shapes, maybe just the extra breading kind of stuck on there when they went to fry it. And that's what it looks like. Kind of looks like Popeyes breading a little bit. That's really good. Now, one thing about Bojangles is all their chicken, no matter if it's bone-in or whatever, chicken sandwich, like, you know, just a breaded patty, they all have a little bit of orangey color and they all have a little bit of spice. Years ago, I wasn't sure if I liked the spice. I have not tried their nuggets before, but I have fallen in love with their bone-in chicken, their chicken sandwiches. The husband loves them, but again, I haven't tried this. That's what today is about. And it is really good. It's just barely spicy, but it's really good flavor and not over salty like some places. Now let's try a bite with their ranch dressing. But again, for white meat, it's juicy, it's tender, it's not dry. See how nice the dressing goes on there? I think it's homemade, but well, maybe homemade from their corporate office because they probably send it in big vats or something. If they make it there, I should have asked them. Might have to ask them later, but it looks really good. The ranch dressing is really good, but I don't think I can taste the ranch as good because of the little bit spicy flavor that's in this, but it's good. If you like ranch, I think you'll like it. Okay, so let's try KFC's food. Plenty of napkins. I got the smallest nugget that I could get. Oh, they actually look really good. It's a 5-piece. It's 5-piece. I don't know if this little baby one counts. It's pretty tiny. But it looks like little fried oysters. They're pretty small, but they look good. They don't look overcooked at all. And for that, I paid $3.89 before tax. And they suggested honey barbecue. And there's the honey barbecue. Just picking them up, they feel tender. Definitely not dry. Get it closer so you can see. You see those spices that they talk about. Really tender and an interesting texture. But I will say, it's extremely salty. So if you like salt, you're gonna love this. Which is kind of a shame. They didn't have to salt it that much. But if you're trying to watch your salt, maybe be careful there. Let's try it with the dip. Honey barbecue. Can't go wrong with that. It smells amazing. Looks good. Don't want to spill it. It's nice and thick. And it doesn't smell over vinegary like, you know, there's like East and West. What is it, Carolinas and stuff, they'll have either high vinegar or nice and thick and sweet. It seems like it's on the thick and sweet side. Look, I made a little heart. I should give that to the husband. Okay, enough playing with the food again. Let's give her a dip. A little dippity-doo. Let's see if we can do a slow-mo with this. The sauce is amazing, absolutely amazing. It's got a neat smoky flavor, it's sweet enough. It reminds me of the barbecue sauce. If you see my past videos, I love KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. This is very much like that. And it makes you forget about how salty this is because it just tastes so good. That's really good. And I'm not going to be able to probably have a favorite because they're just different. So it's all on what you like and what type of taste you have. All right, off to the fridge this goes to share with the husband later. Okay, so next in line is Chick-fil-A. And I don't know if they're national or not. I want to say maybe they are, but they're definitely prevalent on the East Coast here. So the smallest I could get of a nugget was a 5 count, and they were only $3.35. Now they did put some sauce in here. They're very, wow. They're always gracious and thankful that you're there. And then they always have to say, my pleasure, after they've served you. But they're just so nice there. You just feel good when you go there and leave there. So they really loaded me up on the sauces. Most places charge you for extra sauce. All I said was, what's your most popular sauce here? And she said the Chick-fil-A sauce. And I have heard of that before. So they gave me 4 of them. Wow. And that's included. It's not added to the bill. And tons of napkins. Finally, we're getting down to our 5-piece nugget. These are small too, kind of like the KFC. They look a little bigger there in the up close. They're about the size of like small fried oysters. Again, I hate to compare it that way, and if you've never had a fried oyster that's kind of small, you won't know what I'm talking about. They look pretty good. Now I have had their Chick-fil-A sandwiches, which the chicken is always delicious and amazing, but for me it's too salty. My husband loves it. But let's try this nugget and hope for the best because it'll be less meat to bread ratio. I think they marinate their meat though. I would have to check on that. It's tougher than the other ones I've tried so far, but unfortunately it's extremely salty. Really salty. That means the husband might like it. Usually he doesn't like salt. He doesn't put salt in anything, but he has no issue with their salty chicken. All right, so let's open up one of these Chick-fil-A sauces. They gave me a lot of sauce. I have seen that in Walmart and stuff, so they do sell it in the stores. Tell me if you've had their Chick-fil-A sauce, and what do you think of it? Kind of looks like honey mustard, doesn't it? It smells kind of weird. I don't know. There's a whole lot going on in here too. Lots of ingredients, really. But let's try it. Enough complaining and crybabying. I'm gonna give it a try. It's nice and thick. It sticks to the meat really well. That sauce is really good. I think I know why people flip out over it. I'm gonna try a little bit just on its own. I mean, it's got kind of that weird waxy look to it. You know, I don't know. But that's what it looks like up close. By itself, it's a little tart. It's amazing. On the chicken, I didn't taste the tartness, probably because of salt. That'll make your mouth water. Wow. It's still good, but wow, is it tart. So I'm guessing there must be vinegar or something in there. Oh, there's so much stuff. Here it is, distilled vinegar, along with a million other things, but it's good. So if you want to jazz up any of your food, get that. And if you haven't gone to Chick-fil-A, go to Walmart or wherever they might sell it and get that and give it a try. Or try it there because they'll give you plenty. Here, you can have some of mine because I got more than enough. All right, let's try the next one. Okay, and last but not least is McDonald's. I had quite the situation at McDonald's at the drive-thru. We again couldn't communicate. I tried my best. I only know but so much Spanish, so I had to go ahead and go inside and order on the kiosk. It worked beautifully. So if you're in a very diverse area like the DC, Washington DC metro area, you know, things have changed a lot over the years. So you either have to learn Spanish or point a lot at pictures. That's what I like about some of the Chinese places. As you know, they usually just have pictures and like a number next to it, and you just point at it. Boing, boing, boing. So what I got was a 4-piece McNugget for $2.49. That's a really good price. And with 1 barbecue sauce. But again, I had to order that on the kiosk because that wasn't communicated very well at all in the drive-thru. All right, so let's give it a try. Tangy barbecue. Look at all the ingredients. Wow. Okay, I have to say, that looks really good. It looks really good. I think it's all white meat now. Like I said, I do miss the old dark meat days of when they had dark and white meat chicken nuggets. You could tell by the shape. And their shapes are a little different too. Here's a round one and kind of a diamond shaped one. So let's try it without any sauce. So it's pretty good. It's definitely not too salty, but it looks like it might have dried out a little bit by the time I got it. And I can say that the chicken is probably the most processed chicken I've had yet. You know, processed where it's been separated and mashed and reformed and all that. Some of the other chicken actually kept its shape, almost like they chopped it just as is. But this is really good though, actually. This might be my favorite flavor yet. So when they're cooked very fresh, I bet it'd be really good. So let's try their tangy barbecue. Doesn't smell as good as, what was the other place I got the barbecue from? Anyways, this kind of smells really pasty and strange. It's not smoky and amazing like the other barbecue sauce I tried. But let's just try it, since they gave it to me, since it was included. It's not real thick, a little bit more runny, so I'm being careful not to spill it. It's not as tangy as I expected, and it's not as odd tasting as I expected from the smell. Let's try it by itself. It's definitely more runny, so you want to be careful if you're eating it in a car. It's a little bit runny. Wow. It's tangy, but in a weird way. You might love it. Again, if you guys have tried any of their sauces, even the ones I didn't bring home, tell me what you like the best. And tell me which chicken nuggets you guys like the best, or the kids. Maybe get a few and bring them home and have the kids try it. Other than the Popeyes charging me $10, it wouldn't be too expensive to get the smallest amounts of each one and maybe have your kids try it. That'd be a blast. Let me know what they think. I wasn't going to have a favorite because the other ones are better quality versus flavor. Like this is probably my favorite flavor, but there's other better qualities in the other chicken that I've had. But this is pretty good. So if you like these type of videos, it would be a huge honor to have you subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Yay!